monster. That's I can't see because I don't know which way is east. My line of sight is Brendel.
So you're just running. You're just basically just saying "fuck it," running towards him and just stabbing him in the
I'm
leg.
gonna stab him in the fucking leg.
Wow. All right. Will you roll for me?
Yeah, we'll fucking roll.
And
We clapped.
again, it's just to give you a rough thing. We can do it again if you want. Coffee, sir. Cheers. Cheers, gentlemen.
Wink.
Are you also using a Christmas cup?
No.
Oh, you're lame.
Wow.
Cheers.
Using a Star Wars cup.
What
Well,
is it, Andor?
no, I haven't watched it yet.
So good. Very good. I'll probably watch it the third time.
Wow. How do you find time for all this?
Easy. I got a lot more free time.
Yeah, sure.
But I also get bored extremely quick after I watch it. And it was really good though. Like I enjoyed it, dude.
So you've
I
watched
wasn't
it.
expecting
Hold on.
it to be so awesome.
I want to break down what you just said.
Mhm.
It's so awesome. You're going to watch it a third time.
Yes.
But then you also get bored and you'll probably turn it off.
I won't turn it off. I won't pay as much attention as I
Got it.
did the first two times, but
Got
it'll
it.
be on in the background.
That
But
makes more sense.
But then again, because I'm not on my phone as much, unless I'm just either playing one game or looking at fantasy, and I'm not just gonna sit there and scroll YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Instagram while I'm at my house like that, or so I'll probably pay attention. I'll probably pay attention more than most people still, but in my realm, I'm giving it like 80%. But for a lot of people, that's like 95.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it. Bert hasn't watched it too much. I really liked it. I don't know if it was great.
Oh, it was.
I don't know if I liked it as much as Randall did, but
You liked Han Solo.
Yeah.
So. And you enjoyed Obi-Wan.
yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
No, I thought Andor was good. I wasn't,
I think it could be.
it's a bit of a slow start.
But I think the buildup was good.
The buildup is good.
It's just.
But I
But
think,
like I said, I could definitely see him being a belter for like the whole entire area.
I think that I think it could have been like, it all could have been summed up in like 2 episodes, not 3.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely could. That main bad guy though is just a douche. You just want to punch him in the face. He's just got that punchable face, man. Like, dude, like you're so annoying. Like I'm over it. Oh, I mean, you might as well just touch on these. I mean, have you watched any more Lord of the Rings in episode 1, Dalton?
No.
Yeah.
You guys can talk about it. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. I mean, fuck.
It's so good.
We're only recording a Lord of the Rings show. No, I really enjoy it. I watched. It's insane because I'll stay up on Thursday because they actually air it on Thursday, not Friday. I thought it was Fridays. So I'll, like after football, I'll stay and watch it if I can like weather the storm. So by the time I watch it, and then when Friday actually rolls around, I'm like, oh, let's just watch it again. Look at night because there's nothing else, and then Saturday maybe I'll watch it again. And then I'm just like, man, Friday or Thursday is so far away now. And I'm just sitting there like I've already watched. I already got what I needed. So, but the show itself, very well done, very well made. Obviously, I don't think there's anything that's going to stack up to it for cinema photography wise for like a long time. The story is good. Probably not as if this like House of Dragons story is probably equally as good, just because the quality of House of Dragons isn't as good, but the storyline and what we know of House of Dragon is nice. But I mean, Lord of the Rings is just refreshing. Dude,
what's great?
What it is.
What's crazy to me is like, so I've watched the first episode,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's building and everything, but when I see all of the other like trailers and commercials for it, it just seems like so opposite of what the first episode is. Does that make sense? Like I know it's building towards it, and I'm excited to finally watch it all, but it's just funny, like
definitely the
difference
first
between-
episode is a lot of like establishing characters and locations and tone.
Yeah.
And then like, if I compare the first episode with like the most recent episode, like if you just saw images between the two clips, I could be like, wait, where did what?
What happened?
The first episode is actually the lamest. If you want to like show
Define lame.
Not
You
good.
see her on a boat half the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like
So
it was okay.
Like that was my question.
Okay.
How did she get back?
You just gotta watch.
Oh.
But then, it's funny. After I watched the first episode, I was thinking, like, how is this possible? And then I was thinking of the Beowulf movie from like 2007. I'm like, well, that motherfucker's just swimming in the fucking ocean. I guess it's possible.
I mean,
like, in these wells.
She's like this elf that she'd be able to swim, but it still just didn't make sense.
Well,
There's no
I mean,
game plan.
But once you're further in, Dalton, like, there's things that they talk about and say that are gonna. I would say you're like, oh, okay. At least there. I never research a fucking elf in my life. I've never looked it up. I'm just like, these are the lamest guys. Everybody loves them. They're all beautiful. Like, it's boring. Everybody's blonde hair. Like, that's an elf to me. It's like basically like a fucking vampire from that movie or whatever, Twilight. Like, so.
Wow.
Yeah. And not until actually the Hobbit movie came out and Legolas put on like 20 pounds of muscle and looked jacked. And I was like, okay, well, is this how elves are supposed to be? And he was cool. Like, I really like the second movie. I enjoyed it because Legolas was like badass. And then even wrote in like the comments. I had to mute the Yahoo comments because it just gets political and out of hand very quickly. But I put in there, like, it's nice to see these elves from Rings of Power. They look like they fight. They're not like fairies, essentially. Blah blah blah. And I was like, got a good amount of likes. But but also, I guess it's just wartime, or there's war, so like they're still active. Because in the Fellowship, they're all kind of dormant.
Yeah.
Hey, we're here. We're judging everybody from afar. But
we're gonna leave soon.
We're gonna leave him, but we're here. Yeah. Dalton's back.
What? I'm listening.
No. Well, but I really enjoyed the first. I know it's no like Fellowship of the Ring fight scene in the beginning, but I did like it, like right when they go to like the battle with all the elves and the orcs, and you see the fell beast just like own that eagle. You're like, okay, that needs to happen. Because I'm like, how are they gonna get some explosions in here? Okay, there you go. But I just like that whole entire thing. And if you actually pay attention to the first episode, I never watched it fully multiple times. I only watched like the first bit. But it's like 5-1 orcs. If you actually look at it close, like there's like 5 orcs surrounding like one out each elf. So it's like the trade-off, and then obviously the elves win, but at what cost,
Yeah. Stack of helmets.
Yeah.
No cost. Did you say no cost?
At what cost?
It's all fake. Nothing's real. No elves actually died. Is that what you're telling me? Everything I know is meaningless.
No elves were harmed in the making of the show.
Yeah.
There's some nerd wearing that shirt somewhere.
Yeah.
Viggo shirt to make.
You have that shirt?
Viggo Mortensen being in, or Aragorn.
Yeah. Can we talk about Aragorn and how he was in Obi-Wan and none of us noticed this? This is insane to me.
You guys never saw that?
No, until you pointed it out, and then I'm like, well, that's him. That's 100% him.
Dude, it's got to be like a little Easter egg. Like it looks 100% like him. Not like current day Viggo, but Aragorn day Viggo.
I love that you even gave the quote. I can avoid being seen, but to disappear entirely, this is a rare gift. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I like scrolled down and I was like, oh my God, this isn't. You want to walk people through this?
Yeah. So I finally watched Obi-Wan. And the first episode, a few minutes in, when the what were they called? Not the
Inquisitors.
Inquisitors walked into the bar area wherever they were at, the camera panned, and there was a gentleman that was sitting at the table that looked 100% like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings when he was in Prancing Pony. And I am convinced that they CGI'd his face into it.
And you're the only one that caught this, right?
Prove me wrong. No, it's on Reddit.
Okay.
People else saw it too.
Okay.
I started Googling like hardcore. I was like,
did you notice it before you looked on Reddit?
Yeah, that's why I looked on Reddit. Like that was the first thing I like 100% I noticed right away. That's why I was confused. You guys never saw this before.
It's my interest wasn't there in the show.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah. I mean, it was there. It was there. How about this? It was there at least past the scene that you're talking about, Dalton. It was there, and then
I don't think it ever got there for me.
Well, I mean, it was just because I already saw the preview like a bajillion times, so like the preview was cool. And then
so we don't watch previews.
Yeah. Oh.
Spot on.
Yeah.
I think the reason I missed it is I watched Obi-Wan at my parents' house. Right, I went up to NorCal for some stuff, and when I was there, I was like, "Hey, do you all want to watch this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I re-signed up for Disney Plus, and we watched it. And like their TV is like in the corner and elevated, so like I'm seeing it, but it's like not like I'm watching it at my house where it's like a big. I'm able to see all those details. So for me, it was like the screen was physically farther away. And then on top of that, a like lackluster experience, like interest, I should say, which is funny because then when I was talking to Randy about Rings of Power, my dad was like, "Oh, this came out. Like, should we watch this?" And I was like, part of me was like, I do want to watch it with you, but I don't want to watch it on your TV. So we watched it, and then I immediately was like, had to come when I came back home, watched episode 1 again. I think on like the big screen, it's just so much better.
I need that 4K.
That 4K is so solid. So I missed it because to answer your question. That's why I missed it. But at the same point, I'm glad that you saw it because it's blowing my mind.
It's really fast.
It's hilarious.
Really fast.
It's hilarious. Discussion topic. Dalton's discussion topics. I want to hear, Dalton, you really went in on the Expanse.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoy whenever you go in on these things. It's just like my eyes glisten. I look like an anime character, and it's like slow motion. Like, tell me more. like so, pretty much, bro. So just take us back to like all right, for our listeners out there, and I'm gonna keep saying that now versus our one because I know we're gonna get more popular after. For our listeners out there, the Expanse was good up until season 4. Season 3 was the end of sci-fi. Season 4 was the beginning of Amazon's eventual ruin of the show.
I'd say stewardship, but I don't know if that was an actual.
Yeah. So season 4 was good. You can kind of tell the writers were kind of the new writers were trying to find this show's new balance, and their only go-to was kind of like what the show was just basically about already. Proto-molecule, which was fine. They're on a different planet, go through the rings, whatever. Season 5 rolls
around. Let me start with Bert. Are you caught up at all?
I don't think I've watched any of the Amazon stuff.
Okay, I may or may not spoil things
at this point.
I may not. I mean, I may.
Yeah. All is fair. And
season 3 ended very well. Season 3 ended like it was supposed to be done. By the way, if you actually just go back and watch it, you're like, season 3. If they didn't have anything else, I'd be content.
So, okay, I know I just watched all again. Season 4 was.
They went to that new island, that new planet.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. With like things coming out of the ground.
Yeah, and Amos has his love interest or girlfriend.
Okay.
I love that.
So I retract my previous statement where I said I liked 5. So I started rewatching it. Struggled to get through season 4.
Oh, really?
And then it's okay. It's
It wasn't as in depth,
Weird.
but that's what I'm saying. Like the show was trying to find its new self again in form because they didn't know where to go. So the writers are like, let's just go back to the old shit.
So they just find this random planet where it just so happens to have these weird structures where people that you have no idea who, if they're people or if they're anomalies or what, that just made all of these structures. Right. So anyways, we'll skip that because it's okay. I do like still like Amos's character in that one.
Love him. Yeah, it was good. We still fucking? Yeah. That was great.
All he thinks about is that and killing.
I know. It was so good.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't rewatch season 5. I watched the last episode of season 5. Just kind of refresh my memory of everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then season 6 was just poo-poo.
So bad.
I'm gonna start off by saying Alex should not have died. Naomi should have died.
Yes.
Multiple times.
Yes. Yes. At least 3.
Yeah.
At least 3. That's wild to say in a show.
It was weird. Like it was this whole buildup of Marcos and trying to bring them down, and his son on this weird power trip, but at the same time he's feeling very like depressed and sad about all his actions, but he still keeps being a dick.
Yeah, the kid was basically
this girl like turned him down in a bar, so he killed his best friend.
What?
Yeah,
it's like it was so dumb.
I don't know, just the whole like the ending, like they built up this battle scene, like what's her face, the chick that Randall really likes, and all like the Earther people were in this room and they're all like conversing on how we're gonna bring down Marcos. This is the battle, yada yada yada. And then you remember Drummer, right? The chick, the Belta chick. So she has her own ship, and they're all like, she's also there, and they're discussing, like we'll do this, we'll do that, and then Marco's like ship is disguised as a freighter, I guess, or whatever it was. And all of a sudden, it just like pops out, like all these pieces just fly off, and he's like, "Oh, hey, surprise! This is me." Which I mean, in theory, was kind of cool that the way they did that, but then he just starts. It was him, right? That was like attacking Drummer's like fleet of ships, and it ends up crippling all of them and blasting this huge hole in Drummer's ship, which happens to be sitting the hole was right next to her in the cockpit area, and like, things were flying out, but then it just stopped flying out. There's no
the air vacuum is gone.
Yeah, there's no further visuals of like the air vacuum. She wasn't struggling to stay in her seat, which I mean, I don't know much about space, but I would assume if there's this giant, 10-foot hole in your ship, then she'd probably still being tried to be actively sucked out, whether she's in seatbelts or not. And she's just like all calm, and she's like,
"This happened before."
Yeah, we'll sacrifice ourselves. And then all of a sudden, like this other guy that she's with now, he's like, "We're already on it." And then she's like, "Okay, I guess we'll pull back." And then that was the end of that.
That was it.
And that was pretty much the whole battle scene.
Yeah.
Wow.
Veer off. Like what? I had to actually rewatch that. Like what? I didn't even finish the episode.
Well, the ring has like some weird thing where if you go through it, I don't know where. I could have missed it, but I don't know if they'd said where it was at.
No, so the ring, Bert, the rings are alive. The rings can sense
Halo.
Yeah, they can sense threat and they can sense presence, and the whole thing is you're not supposed to go very fast through the ring. There's a certain speed trajectory that you can go through the ring and live.
Sure.
But the more, and they only touched on this like for like 2 seconds at the end of the season, Dalton, I don't know if you caught it. Yeah, every time we go through the ring, I can feel it getting angrier. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
No, they didn't explain it.
Like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to season 3 or 4 where everything still making sense, and you you took an episode or two to explain shit.
But it was
let's just fast forward to season 6 and say it's getting angrier. I'm like, why?
But it's different than what season 3 was. Season 3 was like pretty much hitting a wall.
Yeah.
Like that one dude was, not racing, but he was doing the speed run or whatever he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And Bert, you should remember this.
Yeah.
He went through it and like his whole body like just splashed.
Yeah.
No,
This was like an energy thing where they go
Naomi
through it.
exploded she set a bomb off on the ship, like a reactor, but she set a chain reaction. So the explosion, the trajectory of the explosion was like that propulsion that caused the ring to react. But now hear me out when I say this, Dalton. Hear me out when I say this. If it's only gonna do it to the one fucking this is where they don't explain shit. So technically one plane or ship could fly through really fast and die. But what they don't explain is if that resets, if it's still ripple effect, if it keeps going, if it's whatever, because all the ships, let's say for the sake of it, because like I don't know space, let's say all the ships are 100 yards apart from each other. The first ship is getting vaporized from that got explosion, but why would all the other ships still proceed to go through and get destroyed at that point? It's just like they are not like, is Marcos the only one that's seeing this happen? All the other ships getting destroyed? Because it seemed like there were 7 of them.
Yeah.
Veer off! And then they really stretched out that whole. It was basically I'm looking at a paintbrush and I'm just keep scribbling. I'm hitting erase on the blackboard.
Yeah.
But that's my theory as to why it happened. But it still didn't make sense if it was just one explosion, not like a chain reaction of explosions. And everything is like a domino effect.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I have fears of finishing shows.
It's very true. Very true.
Yeah.
It's just bad. It's not good.
And then Christian Abitzarella, her character right at the end, Holden does the whole thing. Oh, you guys can vote for me. I'll be this trade instructor, or I'll be the guy for the trade for the belt, Mars, or whatever. I'm gonna relinquish my power and give it to Drummer as my first act of my job, which basically puts Drummer in a political position, let's say the 5th highest political position you could be in, essentially, for highest position for a belter, 5th highest in the galaxy in that area. And Chris, just like her asshole self, all except for season 3, I'm just gonna take it away and I'm just gonna do it myself then. I'm like, God, see, this is the terrible, what? Well, that's just me hating her character. That's not bad writing.
I liked her
that's
character.
just me. But the fact that her politics were I'm just going to do this because we're not a dictatorship. We need to vote on everything. But no, I'm going to yank it and I'm just going to do everything myself. And then,
whatever happened to the proto-molecule?
Hey, you know what, Dalton? I don't know. Whatever happened to that sample? I don't know.
Wow.
The whole point of season 5 and 6 was to find this lost sample that they never got. And I only just thought of that recently, so don't you just said it.
So instead they just hurl asteroids at Earth and Mars.
I did like that theory, though. I did like that because it was how are you going to fucking stop an asteroid they could obviously stop them, but how are you going to stop an asteroid that's covered in stealth tech? It's
I think Alex's death was a waste.
Yes,
maybe 100%. Maybe he had to get off the show or something, but
I was reading into Alex got off the show and then he immediately went and did this. He guest starred as the husband for some HBO or Showtime show and then won an award for it. Just instantly just jumps ship, goes to HBO, does the guest thing for 5 episodes, wins an award, and they're yeah, okay. I think we're onto something here with this guy.
It's
amazing, right?
At least one other person die.
Yeah, Naomi should have fucking died.
Morbid to say, but yeah, somebody.
You did say you'd be okay if Amos died. I'd be 100% sad. I'd be no.
Well, yeah, but I mean, his character's at the end, whenever he leans over on Bobby and he's getting shot at.
The fact that
that would be
didn't die in that scene was kind of crazy because I didn't know that their suits were bulletproof.
Yeah.
Because I only thought
I know
Bobby's
hers
was.
is, yeah.
Bobby's all right. So Bert, basically, Bobby and Amos are trying to dislodge like a certain like railgun or something at this planet, and they're just getting blasted. Like, let's say there's 15 guys elevated position, just unloading like clip after clip after clip after clip. Bobby's down and she's hurt, and like her grav suit's hurt, so she's like basically on her back with one leg in the air, but whatever, because the grab boot. So Amos goes and just covers her for like 2 minutes, just takes like 800 shots to the back, but doesn't die. It makes no sense. And like out of all those shots, nothing hit his visor.
Wow.
And then he's like, oh, the Rossi.
Somebody. Like
Somebody didn't get fired and got a promotion.
Yeah.
so.
Oh wait, just really quick, really brief segue. I'm sorry, but there's a new show called Rebooted on Hulu, and it's like she was pitching the idea to a producer, and the one girl, and this is how I think season 6 ended for Expanse. He's like, I think this isn't hip for you. Hey, this is hip. This is hip. I'm the producer who greenlit Handmaid's Tale season 4. Let's go. Like that is like there's literally a scene like that. And I'm like, that's the Expanse. Some asshole thought he was doing a good job.
Yeah.
And it was only 6 episodes.
Yeah, I mean,
I was fine with that.
They couldn't think of anything else fucking shitty to put in there.
More molecule.
There was one good scene in the season 6. Amos and Bobby were at a bar, and Amos gets up and he starts walking away, and Bobby goes, "Where are you going?" He goes, "I'm going to the brothel." And then he starts walking away and stops, turns around, looks at Bobby, and he goes, "You want to come with?" And then Bobby pauses and says, "Come with, or come with you," or whatever she said.
Yeah, she says that. Yeah.
And then he just smiles, smirks,
whatever.
and walks away.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, he says whatever.
I am convinced they fucked.
Oh, 100%.
Like they should have gotten together. Like at least if they were to just throw this wrench, this twist, I'm like, okay, I'm all for it. It's kind of like Britta and Jeff having sex all the time, but then they only really address it in season 5 when Abed's like, oh yeah,
wait
like
a
season
second.
2. It's like, these leprechauns stole our clothes. All right, that's enough of the terribleness of that.
Yes, please.
Yeah. What else we got? I know I send a lot. What you guys got?
Can we talk about this Oreo burger picture that you sent us?
Good.
Clarify, it wasn't a burger with Oreos in it. I don't even think I would be down with that.
Really?
Dude, so Oreos are really good if you guys didn't already know. Dunk in a little bit of milk, it's even better.
How long do you dunk it in the milk for?
Did you only like we're talking it's very fast.
Nah, you soak that thing so it becomes mush, and then
but 3 to 5 seconds it's mush.
10 seconds is the perfect amount.
Now, but here's my problem: if you're pinching the Oreo in such a fashion, there is possibility because it goes to mush so fast, you can lose the Oreo in the milk. So I kind of I leave I'm pinching like 15 to 12% of the cookie, but I used to pinch like 10 to 8, like. Where the frosting wasn't.
Yes.
And it would just open up like, oh fuck, and I get the spoon.
Have you ever tried the fork trick?
Just like fishing out of there?
Well, no, you take a fork
lower
and
it.
you stick it in the frosting part. And you dip it in.
I haven't done that. But I'm out of Oreos now.
There's a version of this where you put the Oreo in your mouth, and then you put milk in your mouth, and then you let it do its business in your mouth, and then it's already good to go.
All right, so I burnt the roof of my mouth last week.
Eating Oreos?
Just burn it. But my mouth is extremely painful, and I haven't been doing anything to like take care of it because I have to eat all this food. And But man, those Oreos were very soothing on the top of my mouth. Oreo, because the crunchy part would just be painful, but man, once you dump it in that milk and it becomes soft and mushy, you're just like, oh, basically just eating frosting. It's so good. Like, and so what I did with that little cookie is because I got the double stuff, I opened it and I was like, I don't know, should I just lick the top of this one? Should I open up the top and lick this one? So I flew around because I was just high. I was like, that's so I'm like, whatever, dude. I'll just double it up like regular, like what normal person would do. And I don't know what it was, but I think just it didn't like double, like tripled in size. Like I was like, dude, what? And then when I dunked it in and actually bit it, it was almost just too much. But I would triple that up next time. So basically, if I'm rocking double stuff, so basically one Oreo is like 1.25, I would say, of a regular Oreo. So now I've got 2.5 Oreos. If I rock 3, now I've got 3 3/4 of an Oreo. Like it's, but then I don't know how big we're getting to like fit in like the top of the cup. How much?
All right. I don't like a lot of flavored, like other flavored Oreos.
Birthday cake.
I don't think I've had birthday cake. The lemon one is actually pretty good.
Lemon's not terrible. The last ones I had before this were the peanut butter chocolate, which was okay actually. I actually prefer the regular.
Yeah, 100%.
Birthday cake, is good.
The carrot cake one was actually decent.
When I was younger, I used to hate Oreos, but I liked the vanilla.
Like the golden ones.
The golden ones, I would eat those. Like, this is fine. Yeah,
I don't want Oreos now.
I think. We got to go get some stuff. Maybe we'll grab another pack. But man,
I made breakfast for dinner last night. That was pretty delicious.
Nice. What'd you make?
What it entailed?
Bacon, sausages, eggs, grits, and pancakes.
Nice. Dang.
Surprisingly, like breakfast, if you just pat down the oil portion, the only bad thing about the breakfast is pancakes. If you really think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, is pancakes even that bad?
I mean, it's just
it's pure
sugar and
like no, because like I make breakfast so much, like all the time. I post this shit, but like, man, I haven't made pancakes for the sole purpose of like I know, like I can't. Like I'll make like 8 of them and I'll eat the whole thing. Like we're talking butter,
shit out there,
boysenberry. We're talking. I'll get the chocolate chips. I'll throw them in there. I'll throw fucking cheese in there. I don't care.
Cheese and pancakes.
They talk about the pancake bites.
I like cheese, but
dude, no, try it. Like just a little bit of cheddar cheese in the pancakes.
Oh, yeah. So then it kind of turns into like a one of those Red Lobster biscuits.
Yeah, dude. Like it's like eating that piece of apple pie with a slice of American cheese on it.
Ugh.
I've never done it, but this is way better than that sounds.
So Bert, you want to talk about pancake bites?
Yeah, did I talk about pancake bites last time?
I don't think so.
I feel like no, Bert, you spoke with them to me when we were
before
at the thingy.
Do you mind?
Okay, so pancake bites, they are amazing, and everyone should go to their local grocery store and pick them up. They're like little mini ball pancakes, like this big, right?
They're like balls or the flat ones?
They're like balls. They're like not a sphere, but like a little orb. And you basically, for me, since it's like simple, you just put them in the oven, and then when they come out, it's like a hot, crunchy exterior, and then like a warm pancake on the interior. You can eat them for breakfast, right? You do that with some sausage or eggs or whatever, so you don't have to like sit there and make huge pancake batter and mix. But they have like the typical here's regular, but then they have like blueberry, and then they have like chocolate chip, and they've turned into what you should be just a breakfast treat is now just me being like, well, I'm gonna treat these like muffins, and I'll just make a bunch and just eat them with like jam or something. So if you haven't already, oh god, yeah. So go to the grocery store, frozen food aisle, pancake bites. You will not be disappointed.
Do you have an air fryer, Bert?
I don't.
You should get one. It's a life changer.
I know.
I've started cooking chicken. Raw chicken thighs in there. Oh my god, it's the easiest thing. Comes out so good and moist.
Yeah, that's the That's like the biggest difference is like I have a toaster air fryer oven, but I don't actually have like an Instant Pot to cook like just fresh from frozen shit. But I don't think I'll ever will. Like that's because I know I just don't think I ever will. Like I think it's very handy, but it takes up real estate on the counter.
Yeah.
We got one. I think it's like a 5-gallon. It's not very big, so it doesn't take up any more room than like a double toaster.
Yeah.
But
Like that's one thing I would because they have like the small one, and it's like, am I being cheap because I'm getting the small one? Because I'm never I have to like make multiple things in here, like multiple like goes. So like I would want to get a bigger one if I did do that route.
the double ones, like there's double ones, and it would be a lot more handy.
There's like 3 or 4 sizes, right?
Yeah, there's all different sizes, single, doubles. For the most part, I don't like. Usually, it's just I cook for Sarah and I. I don't. Usually, I'm not like trying to do more than one thing unless we have like a bunch of finger foods or something that we're heating up. Then
Yeah.
Then it just depends on how hot it is. I'll fire up the oven, but
yeah, I wanted
it's nice.
my friends told me about it, and or they have it, they like swear by it. And my one neighbor was like, I can make oil, I can make wheat oil with my pressure cooker.
Huh.
And she told me how, and I was like, the fact that you're doing it like that is pretty awesome. So what she does is she takes like a glass jar, pokes out the tops on the mason jar, it's like the metal soak and breathe, puts the wheat in there, pressure cooks it, and like the oil seeps out while the air gets out. And then she's like, yeah, and then put it in the fridge, or she says something, yeah, let it ferment, and then, yeah, you're good. I was like, that seems so fucking easy and basic, but the fact I have to go and buy something right now, like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because the pressure cooker, let's just call it a pressure cooker at this point. The pressure cooker is just, God, it's revolutionary. Like, I used to use my big one. And
But are you talking about pressure cooker, or are you talking about an air fryer? Because there is a difference.
Well, air fryer is just, it's just a pressure cooker. Like Instant Pot. Yeah, it's just a fast acting Instant Pot. It's just a pressure cooker. That's like how you can throw a whole chicken in the pressure cooker and cook it in like 40 minutes,
True.
Yeah, but now I gotta ask them, how hard is it to clean? Because that's one thing. I have people tell me it's a bitch to clean, or they don't want to do it.
I mean, it's not really that hard. It's literally just like a little drawer thing that you take out, and then they have a like thing that goes inside to put stuff on. I don't really know how to I don't say a drawer.
It's a drawer than a drawer.
Like a tray. There we go, a tray.
Yeah.
And so it's just that. I don't find it very hard to clean. I mean, you want to make sure you wipe the inside though, because condensation and all that will build up.
Mine's disgusting.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've cooked so much shit in there. The one thing I will say, people, if you have a toaster, air fryer, oven, the idea of cooking a rotisserie chicken in there is great. But the fact is, the prongs that come with it are not strong enough to hold. Like, you need to have like a pinner ass chicken. Anything over like 8 pounds isn't gonna do it. Because like it tries to, because you have to shove it in, lock it in, and you have to tie it. And then because if it's not locked in properly, the rotisserie will spin, but the chicken will stay in one spot. Like, it actually won't spin with it.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you got something spinning in the middle, but yeah. But they're a bitch. Like, I don't know. Mine's disgusting.
Well, it's funny.
But also, I put so much shit in there.
Yours seems a bit harder to clean.
No, dude. Well, I think mine's like the size. It's like bigger than my laptop, bro. But also, it's super convenient because it heats up very fast.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like I can be 400 degrees, 3 minutes. Let's go.
Wow. Well, and then also doesn't heat up your whole house like an oven.
This is, dude. Oh my god. I used the oven last night. I was just dying from the heat. Just standing in the kitchen, I was like, "Why is it so hot over here?"
Yeah.
Now they're handy. I would say, depending on the individual, air fryer, oven, Instapot, either which one is very beneficial.
You could use all that and get a little electric burner. You never have to use an oven stove again.
Now let's not jump the gun here. Let me get a hot pot. What else we got?
Well, I was just gonna say, so you were talking about like, if you do one of these, you get like a big one, and my thought is it's interesting what we justify for like appliances on the idea of like, cool, this is only what I need, and that's fine. So I'll give a more specific example. So coffee maker, right? I was like, oh, I'm only the one who's here who drinks coffee, so I'll get a smaller one. I don't need like a larger coffee pot because I'm never gonna make a giant amount of coffee. It's just me.
Yeah.
Smart decision until I had people come over. Like my parents stayed over here, and I was like, oh wow. So like now I'm realizing, like, I wish I got the bigger one. So because instead of like, I would only be using it for so much when it's just me. But now it's like when I have to make 3 pots of coffee in one morning, it's like, this is really annoying. So it's interesting.
Like every 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, does yours have like the big? Does your coffee pot just like the cups, or do you have like the big actual pot?
The big pot. There? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like 6 cups of coffee right there, right? How big is your pot?
I mean, it's like 5, but that's a pot of coffee, which is like, that's just for me.
What? How much coffee do you drink, bro?
A pot of coffee.
What? When I make coffee, I make enough for like 1 or 2 cups. That's it.
Yeah, I mean 1 cup, but it's a giant cup.
Dude, I'm so curious.
It's a pot of coffee.
Oh man, you make a whole pot. That's crazy. Oh man, yeah. All right. Well,
I mean, think about what's 8 ounces in a cup. So I mean,
yeah.
I did 8 ounces in this, and it wasn't even all the way to the top.
Yeah, so like 3 of those.
No, I get it, but I've never when I make coffee myself, I never fill the pot all the way up to the top. I feel like a quarter of the way, if that.
How is that enough coffee?
It's plenty of coffee for me. Like,
crazy.
Now what I've realized, I wanted to ask you guys this. Lately I get home because I'm up early and doing my days like active and whatnot. So, but lately I've been making coffee at like 6:30, 7. Have like a cup. I'm like, let's give me a little bit of juice, just to like stay awake a little longer. But yeah, I think 4 or 5 nights last week I drank coffee in the evening.
That's crazy.
Which also might lead me to believe maybe I should just make a bigger pot, like nuke it.
Well, this is what I do, right? I used to drink 2 pots of coffee in the morning.
That's wild, dude.
But then I was like, I can't do this. I need to stop. So, but what I would do, because I'd make the first pot, I'd drink it, and then I make the second pot, and I'd have a cup, and then I'd have all the leftover coffee. So I'd pour that into a glass and then put that in the fridge. So then I have iced coffee in the afternoon. But too much coffee. So
is it too much coffee?
I don't know. It depends.
You need to be eating a good amount of food to counteract the coffee.
Why would I want to counteract the coffee?
It's gonna go right through you, bud.
Mm-hmm. That's part of the enjoyment of the coffee.
It's a diuretic.
It just grabs everything and yanks it on out.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Go with me.
Doesn't it? It's so bad. You drinking? It's funny. Like I will 100%. If I know I'm drinking coffee in the morning, I drink it. Like I won't just drink it and just walk out the door. I need to drink it and wait for the volcano.
Wait for what?
The eruption.
The eventual processing or lack thereof of the nutrients and then the expulsion of it from your body.
There you go.
Fair.
Yeah, there's one guy at work who's like, I don't get it. Like everyone, when I drink coffee, I don't need to immediately shit. This is crazy. And I was like, it was like a bizarre concept to him. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'll literally have a cup and then it's like, you can't just like drink coffee and go. You have to be like, all right, well, I'm going to give this the time.
It's so I bought some Zep Food Max, and then I went and I saw a coffee.
Did you have to bag your own groceries?
Yeah, I always bag my own groceries. there. But
How dare you?
You know, I've realized, dude,
Make the
like,
peasants do it.
from the time for dude. So I went to Safeway recently. I know I'm veering.
Can we?
I mean,
I-
at the end of the day, like,
I have a side topic after you're done.
Like, at the end of the day, dude, it's like it's just fast food bag your own shit unless you got like a full cart. But back to the coffee. I was at Food Max and I'm like, all right, I got crucified for mentioning Folgers. What? There's just got to be something here.
Yeah, this is your Guatemalan roast.
Yeah, so I just said roast. I don't know exactly. It was Guatemalan something, but I was like, all right, whatever. I've never done this before. Let's just get the beans. It's weird how much like I have to like pack down the thing. Like the beans really just fit in there. Like it's kind of wild. So then I put it in there and I pressed the button to grind it. I'm stupid and didn't know that I didn't have to hold the button. So I'm sitting there like an asshole, like put my finger on the grind for like 2 minutes. And then I moved it 1 second. I was like, oh, it's still going. But either which way, man, that shit smelled good. You're talking about like grinding up beans just right there. I'm like, this is wild, man. I feel like I'm getting caffeinated right here smelling this. It was very enjoyable.
Dude, that's why I love doing it in I have like a little mini grinder for coffee. And part of the, like, I love the aroma of coffee, but there's also a distinct aroma of like grinded up beans.
Yeah.
So it's like I get to do it here. So it's like my kitchen smells like it's nice, dude.
Like, and I mean, quickly about the beans, dude. There was like, it's just Food Max. I don't expect much, but they had like 35 different styles of like non-ground beans. It was insane. Like, what the fuck? There's like name brand Dunkin' Donuts, like everything, and then there's like local shit. Like, I'm like, I don't even know what to choose. I'm just gonna look for something that's Guatemalan on it, and I only saw the one. Go back home, make some, drink it. It's immediately like I imagine like just way bolder. Like just it just kind of like hits you for a second. Like, oh shit! Like this is actually better coffee.
Yeah.
Like it woke me up.
Yeah.
Better than like, but at night I'll just
better than what though?
Folgers.
But
at night I don't want to use the quality, so I just rather use the Folgers because we still have it.
Folgers in your trash.
Bones coffee.
Bones.
Yeah, well, I never got that link, so I couldn't drink any.
I'll send it to you.
Granted, I didn't want to look it up because the likelihood of me buying coffee before it gets here is very high.
It's the best smelling coffee.
Yeah. Dalton, what's your side story?
Okay, let's talk about Safeway again and their shitty customer service. So I went and got some flowers for Sarah the other day.
Nice.
And I go to the flower spot and it's just like a little vase one, you know. So I gave it to the
a vase.
I'm
just gonna be an asshole.
I was like, oh, what? So anyways, I give it to her, she rings it up, yada yada. I'm paying with cash. Mind you,
hold on.
Yes.
Say that again. But then add like a baller.
I was paying with cash, like a poor man. So I had no cash. Well, I had cash. Anyways, so I give her the vase thing, whatever. Mind you, the whole interaction of me getting there, giving the vase or ringing it up was zero communication. Zero.
It was just like you handed it, and
she didn't say anything. I mean, I guess she didn't have to, but you know, whatever. So then she puts it all in her system stuff, and I'm holding the cash, and she's just not paying attention, and she's just standing there staring at the screen. She doesn't tell me a price or anything, and then she looks at me and she's like, "You can go ahead." I'm like, "Oh, I'm paying with cash," and she goes, "Oh, I didn't notice." I'm like, "Well, you know, you didn't tell me the price or anything, so I was waiting for that." And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Sounds like we were both confused." I'm like, "No, I was not confused."
Did you say that?
No, I didn't. But whenever she said, "Oh, it sounds like we're both confused," I just kind of went, But yeah. And it was a good like 10 seconds out. We were just standing there and she was, nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Like there's no, I've definitely been in. Usually I'm the person that kind of spaces out for a second. Or I would say, but sometimes the other person is like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot to press the button." But yeah, but never just standing there,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
not
you know,
noticing cash. I've never had like someone not notice me paying
I-
cash before.
I was probably also an asshole for not saying anything, but
No, you don't have to say
I
anything.
I wasn't gonna say anything until she at least
Acknowledged
said
it.
something, gave
You
me a
have- yeah.
total or whatever.
You have to let the appropriate amount of awkward time go by, but then you can be a dick.
Yeah.
Speaking about, no, actually, I have no transition. All right, I have one thing though. I'm going to do another similar painting a story, and then we need to understand. I'd love to get everyone's take on what they would do in this scenario.
Sure.
So, you go to the store. Sorry, let me
I
back
don't
it
like
up.
it already.
Yeah. You go to Safeway, and they don't pay
Definitely
attention.
hate it.
You're at your house. You're getting ready for the day. When you realize, man, working hard, making money, but man, you gotta put some deodorant on.
This guy.
So you go open up the cabinet. Oh no, your favorite brand of deodorant is empty. So you go to the store. You go to the store excited because you have a routine, you have standardization, you have a unique smell that is for you.
Yes.
You go to the aisle, and they do not have the deodorant that you normally buy, but they have a sea of alternative deodorant smells. How do you determine what deodorant you're going to buy?
Well, if I may, Bert, this
Yeah.
I don't know, it just seems right up my alley.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
Do you A, just buy all your stuff on Amazon because they'll never run out, or B, I guess have to figure something else there out at the store?
So C, I'm never gonna buy deodorant online, like ever. Like,
Why
just
not? What if
never.
it's the same brand
It
as you buy
doesn't
normally?
matter. It's like Bert said,
My cat.
regardless, it's a routine at this point. It's a routine. Like me getting deodorant actually, and without like a certain kind of like, I think like toothpaste, like those, that's like one main reason I just go to Target. Like there isn't many things I need from Target anymore, like unless I need a container.
Everything you need from Target.
I mean, you could pretty much buy everything from Target because it's nice. But that's mainly where I go. But it's just, dude, it wasn't there. I used Old Spice Aqua Reef, and I've been using it for fucking like 6 years, 7 years, something, I don't know. And I remember when I first started using it, my girlfriend at the time, she's like, what's that smell? My deodorant. And she like literally puts her head next to me. I was like, that smells good. I was like, fuck, all right, this is my smell from now on. Because back then, when I was younger, before Aqua Reef, I would just kind of try whatever.
Yeah.
And I think like it was Old Spice, and when I was younger, I think I liked to use the Old Spice Fiji.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I got older, I went to Old Spice Aqua Reef, and that's what I'm using right now. That's my go-to. But last time I went, and let's say deodorant stick lasts like 2.5, 3 months. Like,
yeah,
it lasts forever. But all they were out. I was kind of shocked. I was like, I didn't know if they were sold out or not. I was just kind of looking. I was like, there's nothing else that's really blue here, because I'm led by color initially. But like, and I don't want to get white deodorant because I don't want it to have like white marks.
Yeah.
I don't want to get powder. Like, so like, there's a legit reason why I go this route. So I'm like, fuck. So I open them up. I'm like, fuck, dude. This like, I don't like these smells. Some of the names are fucking lame. It's called fucking Wolf. Like, this is dumb. Like, I'm not this, like, I don't want to be that weird guy in the Old Spice commercial. Anyway, I'm sitting here buying Old Spice. And my ad, it's not like cheap. It's like $6, $5 a thing. So
yeah.
I ended up with Fiji. And I could be completely wrong about it using it when I was younger. Man, it took me like a good month to just kind of like, all right, this is just what it is. And then when it ran out, it was like, or it was nearing the finish line, I probably had like another week left on it. I was like, I'm going to Target. I don't even care. Yeah. And they had it all stocked up. I bought it. Immediately came home and threw the old away. I was like, thank you. Just put this in the spot. Oh, you're the best.
Thanks, Tanya.
It's a thank you.
Yeah, they're nicer than you.
Yeah, every now and then. But yeah, it has. I mean, with the exception of the internet, when you guys couldn't buy deodorant online, What would you guys do in that scenario?
Pick another one.
Just pick
I
another
mean,
one.
but how do you decide?
Yeah, I know. This was like such a dilemma, like a
Whatever
mental.
smells good.
I was just like, oh, okay.
But what does smell good? Like, because it could smell good to you, but not good to others, or
So here's how I pick.
mainly, I don't care about my friends. I need to know, make sure the
Mhm.
opposite sex, make sure like I smell fine.
So my solution for that is Sarah grabs the deodorant, which she likes to smell.
Damn, that's a pretty
And
good
then
one.
that's what I wear. I honestly don't care as long as I have deodorant on and it doesn't smell like BO. You know,
That's probably honestly,
I'm
never
not too
done.
worried
That's
about
probably like the best. That's probably top 2 best answers.
but
That's
I will
like the end of the relationship answer. I need the single one now, but damn, that was a good answer.
because there's lots like there's I'm not picky on like scents as long as I don't smell bad. But
Thank you.
that being said, I
Why
did
is
go
there
to
foam in it?
Because I shook it up. I
Poison.
explained this to you last
It's
night.
rat poison. I did go to Costco to get one of their like 6-pack deodorants or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's definitely rat poison.
Yeah, I know.
But it was the dry pasty stuff.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking
Oh, not the
and
coffee, but that.
I used that for like a week or two, and I like sweat, and then it would just be clumpy.
Yeah,
There'd be
gross.
That's what I'm talking about.
deodorant in my armpit, and I'm like,
Ugh.
I can't use this anymore. And so I pawned it off to everybody else, and I went back to the gel. I'm like, I don't care
Dude,
about saving money
so-
anymore. I'm not using that shit.
You know, that was one thing when I was younger. I would buy the 2-packs
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, oh man, this is expensive. But then I realized as you get older, like deodorant has actually kind of like stayed the same price since forever, like $5-6. But I was
Still a
about a
lot for
2-pack,
deodorant.
and but when I was younger, I always used Speed Stick. I remember like that was it, Speed Stick. Give me the green Speed Stick. That's what
Yeah.
I need. But I tried the gel, but the problem with the gel is Dalton, because we were all playing basketball. We're in high school, you know, you go to practice or you're driving, you leave it in your car, it's melted.
Yeah.
It literally your deodorant turns to liquid. You're like, ugh, like it needs to solidify before I can use it again.
So I have used Sarah's deodorant before
I've used
because
females
I've
before.
been out.
It's so different.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very fruity.
Mm.
Like very noticeable. I'm pretty sure at the time, the female next to me or whoever was like, what's that smell? Like,
Smell like myself.
it's Dove. It's not Dove for men.
That is one of my fears though, is having like body odor that I can't smell that everybody else can. I
if
don't
you
wanna-
can't smell your own body odor, there's something wrong. I can
think-
smell mine.
I think your body. Yeah, well, I don't know.
I mean,
I
if
can,
you
I can
become,
smell
like-
mine. Like I was like, woohoo, yeah. No thanks.
Like if you're used to smelling it, I feel like you'd stop smelling it, if that makes sense.
Or how about this? I use deodorant so often that I can smell my own body odor. It's coming
Use it religiously.
Yeah, you know, just dab in the morning.
Dab dab. It's more like swipe, 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 swipe.
I do a good 3 to 4 swipes.
Same.
Each pit. Maybe 3. Yeah, maybe just the 3. I know we're sitting here. Like, damn, we gotta get a manscaped promo on here.
Yeah, I think it's maybe 3 or 4. Yeah.
But the one thing about the gel stuff, man, it would be very wet. Like it never dried. You put your shirt on, and next thing you know, you got a crusty mark on your shirt.
At least it doesn't clump your fucking armpit shit. That stuff was so gross, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be pulling out clumps of deodorant from my armpit hair.
By
the end of
the day. Nasty.
You guys don't shave your pits?
I did one time. Weird.
Regularly.
I did one time. Feel weird as fuck.
Oh man.
Especially when it grows in. Because
that's true.
Because you're just kind of like this the whole time. Like, how do these girls do this?
Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest, I have very little armpit hair for being 36 years old.
Yeah, I don't have that much, I guess.
Dude, for me, it's just like tons.
Yeah. You
So,
trim it.
I do.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
wrong with
I do.
What about
Via
a tattoo on your
Manscaped
armpits?
Lawnmower 4.0
that.
with active light and travel feature lock.
Did you guys ever get a tattoo on your armpit?
No. Never. That's disgusting. Because then
I
your hair
went-
would just grow in.
Randy, a long time ago when I went to
Dalton's
think
like,
it
I
was-
have two.
was it with you? Yeah, right. Fuck that. I don't know if it was with you, but I went to the bowling alley bar and there was this chick there and she had her armpits tattooed. But it was the dopest tattoo because it was from Beetlejuice. And you know
It
when
was the worms.
No, you know the husband and wife whenever they're coming up from the table and they're like all crusty and skelety.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was that. And it actually looked pretty dope.
Huh.
But I know that has to hurt because I have like a tattoo like right in my arm, like inside my arm, and that hurt like a bitch.
I don't think I was there, but I can only imagine being cool as Beetlejuice is awesome. And anything in the pit, this hurt right here. Then we're not even in the pit area. And that was the most painful part because I could only feel like the needle was just kind of like dragging my skin around. And the guy was like, don't worry, man, we're almost done. Are you? You little pussy.
It hurts.
It does. Every other tattoo actually did. No. The forearms hurt. The filling in. This shit hurt. But everything else wasn't as bad. The least one was actually my chest. That was. I
Ribs.
think I went there and
suck
did that buzz,
balls.
and it was like, all right, cool. Later.
Do it. Do
One
it.
more before we jump in the story. If we remember where the story's
I
at,
say we just jump in.
just jump
Jump
in.
in. It's been a while,
Jump
so
in.
let's do it. I'll tell you exactly where we left off. Gentlemen.
Aren't I hiding
Are
in a
you
bush
ready?
or something?
Yeah, y'all are hiding on the farm. You finally made it to the farmstead. You met with the family to remind yourselves and myself as well. There is
Look,
Hellion, the father. Huh? What?
Side note.
Mhm.
Randy, are you listening to the episodes that I just released or put in?
I did not.
Huh?
I did not yet. I can't.
No, I'm saying. All right, never mind. I'll talk about this later. Go ahead.
Okay.
Talking about editing. I put episode. Well, we'll talk about them more after. Okay. So.
I want to talk about the analytics now.
Yeah, okay. So, father is Hellion, mother is Shay, son is Lucor, and daughter is Gweth, right? They say that something comes at night, takes away cattle. They find the carcass later, eaten, but it's almost like ceremoniously, like kind of just stretched out and stuff. It's really weird. But they haven't been able to stop it. And that's why you're there. So you two, as well as, it's been a while, Brendel, right? Your would-be helper / captive / former robber, have been all hiding out in the farm. I'm gonna pull up the menu. Can I share screen?
2 seconds.
Do.
Okay.
Yep. Can you all see this? If I remember correctly, right? We had Brendel hiding, I think in the hay. You all were planning on just kind of chilling here. I guess we can now that we've taken some time, we can go over where exactly y'all are.
I think I'm sitting on the other side of the stone wall, just like
Yeah.
laying.
You're like over here?
Yeah, I believe I'm there, and I'm not. I don't recall where Brenda was. I feel like he was on the other side of the wall, on the opposite over there, but I don't recall.
That's right. And then Dalton was hiding in the hay?
Yeah, like we were all in this vicinity. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Does that sound good, everybody?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Y'all wait as night approaches. Darkness covers the farm. Inside, you can hear the family as they are getting ready for bed. Any sort of like muffled voices are eventually just die off as everyone starts to go to sleep. There is a relative calmness to the night. However, there is an unspoken eeriness as the silence itself seems to be overwhelming. And by that I mean you do not hear the sound of night creatures, you do not hear the sound of like birds or owls. It seems like there is an unnatural stillness that has settled on this farm.
Above game.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try something.
Yeah.
Tell me if you guys like it or not.
Okay.
Hold on.
While you're doing that, Dalton, is your fantasy lineup set? 10 o'clock is 9 minutes away.
It is.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Can you hear the music?
Yeah. This is creepy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, will that record with?
Actually, you know, you're right. It probably will. Or no. Only the Zoom. Because our audio will not have it. So we're good. I can turn it off if you guys want. I was just trying something.
Wait, can you lower it just a tad?
Yeah, because it's cool, but it's a little bit, just a little bit lower.
If
I
it's
can
if
turn
it's
it- I
more
can turn it
no,
off.
no, I like it, but if it's more faint,
Yeah,
Is that better?
maybe a little bit lower.
because I like the idea. Sets
Yeah.
the tone.
That's
good.
great. That's perfect. All right. Perfect. Thanks, Dalton.
That's the music I use for the shows episodes.
Nice. Well, you all sit here in the silence, the eerie silence that you can almost hear every faint sound that you make. Your breathing, any sort of rustling that you do, it all adds. Sorry, I'm pulling up some stats. It adds to the anticipation of seeing what will happen, if anything. Can I have you both roll for me?
While we're rolling,
Mm-hmm.
Carson Wentz or Joe Burrow?
Fuck. It's a tough one, man. I mean, Joey Burrow is he's supposed to have he should have some sort of bounce back game, but the problem is, I feel like they're figuring him out, and he gets the O-line sucks, and he only has Jamar Chase, so double team Jamar Chase. But Carson Wentz has thrown like 4 touchdowns the last 2 weeks. It's tough.
He's also playing against Philly.
He's also playing against Philly. Philly's good now. Somehow.
I'm gonna gamble on Wentz.
I would, truthfully. Because even though Wentz had a shitty first half, he still came back. We rolling a D6.
You're rolling your D20, the big old dice, and you're gonna add your stealth to your check.
Got 17.
Ooh.
And then my stealth. It's Dex. My Dex is 11, so that'd be like +1.
Yep.
So I had 18.
Nice.
I got 7.
Mm. All right.
Dexterity's 13.
Okay. So then, plus.
What's
Okay.
the modifier for that one? Is that
13 would be plus
I think it's just 1 still.
1. Yeah.
I think you have to be like at 14 or 15 to get +2.
Yeah.
I gotta get with you again and get all the modifier stuff again.
Yeah, we'll
I
write
don't
it in.
remember.
Okay. It's all right.
I'm silly.
It's okay. It's okay. As you're hiding.
AKA dumb.
He's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. That's my dog. That's my talking to my dog. Like he peed on something accidentally, but I don't want him to get upset. Like, it's okay. It's all right. You're okay.
You're nice. I yell at my cats all the time.
I smacked mine up the side of the head. He's acting up.
Randy. Or I should say, your character's name again was Raydal. Right?
Yeah.
And then, what was yours again, Dalton?
Engelbert and
Engelbert.
Proudbottom.
Yep.
You can just call me Bert.
I will.
Oh, we should. Damn. He said proud bottom. If it's proud fellow, that would be so coincidental.
No.
I was telling Sarah how I keep telling every character in here to just call me Bert, and no one has.
No.
No one will. So now it's just a thing I have to do.
I try to reiterate. Let's call him Inglebert.
Yep. Great. Well, as you're hiding, Randy, you kind of have spent time like in the wilderness on your adventures, wandering. You're essentially setting up an ambush, right? And as you kind of become one with the wall, one with the night, right? You are maintaining a level of stealth where it's like, it would take a very keen eye to try and see you there. Inglebert, on the other hand, as you're hiding in the bush, in the hay, it gets a little scratchy. It gets a little uncomfortable. You're feeling maybe things like creep and crawl in the hay, bug wise, and you just kind of shift your weight a little bit, and unfortunately, like nearby, just the shifting of the weight just kind of knocks one of like the wooden pail that's next to you. It makes noise. It doesn't reveal your position, like the hay doesn't come off of you, but that stillness of the night is disrupted as you kind of kick this wooden bucket.
Lovely. Oh my. Better be more quiet.
I don't want to say anything because then it gives away my position.
Yeah. You start to hear, after some more time, a faint owl hoot. Ooh. Ooh. Can I have you both roll your survival for me, please?
Damn, I wanted to do an action.
Oh yeah, you can do an action before.
All right, I want to. Being in the wilderness, having being able to hunt and everything, surviving. I just want to make like a little bird call. I just want to do a bird call. I just want to see if something responds.
This is after or before you hear the owl?
After I hear the owl.
Yeah, okay.
After I hear the owl.
And are you trying to make an owl noise as well?
I'm not trying to make an owl noise. I just want to make like a little like chirping noise, or just like something simple. I just want to see if something is going to respond back or garner the attention. Just like PUBG, I got to shoot the bullets and see if something comes.
All right, will you do your survival for me, please?
Okay. 13, and then survival, that's whiz. That's 12, so 14.
Okay.
Learn the modifiers, Dalton. That makes the game go by faster.
I should.
It's not that hard, honestly. I only because everything is in the teens. It's
You
just easy.
told me last time and I told you.
Yeah, he said it too. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's like
10 to 11, 0. 12, 13 plus 1, 14 to 15 plus 2, 16 to 17
Link,
plus 3, I think. You hear another owl hoot, but this time it comes from, like, if let me pull up the map again.
Owls are trying to warn us. They're triangulating. They're looking. They're turning their heads 180 degrees.
Oh, I think if I do this, it stops the music. Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
I need the visual.
If you're coming from here, and if I remember correctly, right, this is where the forest way back when was over here,
yes.
right?
Yes.
That way. So the initial owl hoot came from, like, again, woo, woo. This one is now coming from, like, over here. Woo, woo.
So sorry,
But
where are they
back
coming
in the
from?
woods.
The initial one came from the woods, you said?
They both came from the woods, but they're like almost as if one is coming from your right and one is coming from your left.
Can I tell if Randall's doing one of the noises?
You would have heard that Randall did the
Okay.
Can I have Inglebert do his insight for me, please?
I'm thinking,
Okay.
what is he
You guys remember the movie Galaxy Quest?
Hmm.
When he's running on, caw, 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 he doesn't know how to whistle.
I got a 6.
Yeah, it just sounds like bird noises to you.
Does Brendel do anything?
Oh, it's very
Can
loud
you
out here
roll
this evening.
for me and do your perception, Raydal?
Sure. Yeah. Wow, that really had no movement. 3.
You look in the darkness, and it's hard to see because Brendel was hiding. You can't tell. Is Brendel hiding so well, or is Brendel not there?
All right.
This fucker.
Well, if he runs away, he'd get eaten, so. Might be doing us a favor. I'm thinking this. I'm not talking out loud. I'm thinking this.
Yeah.
After hearing the second who, I want to mimic and do an owl call.
Okay. You do your survival for me.
Fuck! 4.
You want to do an owl call, but as you start to do it, it's just the wires get crossed, and you're just
Like, Jesus.
With that, everything kind of just goes silent.
Eagle, you can do something?
Can I want to, like, since there's so much noise going on
Mm-hmm.
and I'm curious, I want to try to, like, very lightly peek my head out to see what's going on.
Yeah. Can you do your perception for me? Is it perception?
Oh, didn't you want me to roll a minute ago?
I did, but then this has kind of superseded it, so
Okay,
don't worry.
cool, 'cause that was a shitty roll. I'm changing dice. 7.
I gotta go back to the
You look out, peeking again. You're not like sticking your head out of the hay, but you're trying to like maneuver some to see like there's a gap. It's hard. You're in a hay pile, and it's dark, and it's really hard for you to see. You can see that there is indeed still one animal that you all had left here in the pen, but it's hard to see anything else.
What is all this ruckus? This beast is never gonna come with all this ruckus. Or
All right.
maybe it will.
I wanna I'm laying prone. I want to reposition myself. Well, I just want to like crawl, military crawl. I want to crawl more up. You're on the right track. The other way, along the rock wall, up until like right there, just stopping while I'm still on the other side of that wall. Actually, you know what? Not even. I want to go where Brendel is. Like that's what I want to do.
I think Brendel was up here.
Yeah, instead of crawling, I want to do a military crouch and just kind of like PUBG, like run. Yeah.
Cool.
You might see my head bob over, you might not, but that's what I want to do. It's a quicker way for me to get there.
Yep. Can you do a stealth check for me, please?
Yeah. 2.
All right.
God, dude, this is terrible.
You definitely start doing like that kind of crouch run, you know, but your head is definitely popping up over these rocks as you're just kind of going for speed instead of maybe efficiency.
Yeah. So dumb.
As you get to, if you're going all the way to Brendel, right? And then at this point, it's like you just cross this open area and you get there.
Yeah. Do I see
So you're on the outside of the rocks?
Yeah.
That seems silly.
Brendel is not there. Can you do a perception for me, please?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, good thing I switched dice. 18.
All right. If I'm drawing over here, do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. You get to like here, and you look around, and you see that Brendel is army crawling his way away from the farm, like back out to the forest.
He's gonna get eaten for sure. Raydal, what's going on out there?
I'm just gonna
Raydal.
I'm just gonna kind of just stay crouched. I'm just gonna kind of just tilt my head sideways, just look at Brendel, and I'm just gonna whisper loudly, 8-3, 8-3.
At this point, right? Can I have both of you roll your perception one more time?
I got a 6.
I got a 13.
Okay. You just see, so now kind of like as Raydal whisper shouts 8-3, right? In the direction of Brendel. I would say that Inglebert, you realize that as you peek out, you can kind of see where it's like this perfect line, right, from where you're at out to where he is. So you would see that what Raydal is saying, right, which is Brendel's sneaking away. You're also looking out past Brendel, and you're seeing that like in the forest line back here, there's some movement in the trees, as there is clearly an individual that's like hiding at the edge. And I'd say you got a 13.
Yeah.
You can't quite make, you just see that there's an individual, humanoid, right? But you can't make out really anything else about them. However, you also look this way, coming out from like the main fields and the hills, and there seems to be a large creature, a predator, kind of moving its way low on the grass, kind of like when a cat stalks something and it just gets really low to the ground. It's just like moving forward. And again, you can just see that it's a large thing. It's hidden within like the night and the grass. However, it is moving its way
Raydal,
towards the farm.
Raydal, can you hear me?
Yes. What?
We're surrounded.
What? Where?
We to the east of me.
He can't see me. I'm on the other side of the rocks. I'm gonna go like this.
Is it night yet? Right?
Yeah, it's nighttime.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, it's night, dude. Where else?
You know where Brendel is? Wait, what's his name? Raydal?
Brendel.
Where's Brendel?
Brendel fly.
Kind of towards Brendel in the woods, but that's like a humanish thing.
I want something to just kind of like dawn or just click in my head. I'm not gonna say it out loud because I don't want to give a position, but that's got to be the other bandit. That's my assumption. And so I still have the spearhead in my hand. What I want to do is run over and just like spear Raydal or spear Brendel or just impale him in the leg with.
Oh my God.
With that. Because what I want, because my reaction now is to garner a weak, wounded individual and just see like what happens. Because right now we're out. Dalton and I are out, or Inglebert and I are outnumbered, especially with some looming monster that's I can't see because I don't know which way is east. My line of sight is Brendel.
So you're just running. You're just basically just saying "fuck it," running towards him and just stabbing him in the
I'm
leg.
gonna stab him in the fucking leg.
Wow. All right. Will you roll for me?
Yeah, I will fucking roll.
And I think this is just a melee attack.
5! Fuck, dude!
you're just like he's prone, and he's like not, you know, like he doesn't. Let me see. Hold on, actually.
God, dude, I can't roll to save my life right now.
As you go to stab him in the ground or in the leg, you just barely miss his like leg as like the spearhead just goes right into the soggy ground, and he turns around. He's like, "What the?" And he like now he's just like not doing the armor crawl. He's like getting up to just run. With that though, what does Inglebert want to do? As you're just kind of looking again, peeking out from this hay bush, as you just see Raydal just like take off after Brendel. You hear like a tuffle out there, but
It's so funny.
do you want to do anything, Inglebert?
So I'm like hearing all this going.
Mm-hmm.
Just sacrifice him and hide.
So you're just okay. You're gonna stay put then.
I'm just in the scuffle.
Yeah, I'm not moving. I see this beast thing to my left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then we'll cut back to Raydal and Brendel. Can you roll your initiative for me?
Yeah, fuck.
And then I'll roll his initiative, and we'll see. So we're really determining the actual.
All right. 13.
Ooh. All right. What do you want to do?
All right, so he's getting up, so his back is towards me,
Yeah.
or okay.
Yeah. So it basically like you stabbed right next to him. He like looked over and was like, "What the fuck?" And is now like getting up. He's still like moving forward, but yeah. His back is to you.
I'm gonna attempt to grab him because his back is towards me. I'm gonna attempt to get him in like an arm grab, chokehold, like put my arm around him and try to drag him back. That's what I do.
Okay, you roll.
Because I mean, it's gonna garner noise at this point. Like there's got to be yelling at him.
Oh, he's already yelled. He's already been like, "Huh?"
Damn, I don't know what dice. Oh, these dice suck right now. Ooh, 16.
Okay. And then what's your strength score?
Dex is 11. Oh, strength is 15.
Okay. So that's +2. So then what? Sorry, what'd you roll?
16, so it'll be 18.
Wow. Right. As you go to like grab, he's like running away. You grab his back to like grapple him. So do you want to make it so that you're grappling him like from behind? Or what exactly?
I want to grab him from behind with my left arm because I'm right-handed. I want to have the knife, like I'm not like putting it up to his neck, but it's like on his person. Like I'm leaving it on his side, and I want to start walking back. And I'm just like 8 to 3, just whispering in his ear.
Okay. As you do this,
Trying to get me to do manual labor.
you just hear this next to you.
You say
As you just look down, you see like an arrow hit into the ground from the force.
Fucking good.
Can you roll your perception for me, please?
Me?
Yes. Sorry, Raydal.
Damn it.
Has the beast thing moved at all?
I have a 10.
Okay. You saw that, or you heard that Inglebert was like, "Hey, there's something else out there." You're looking out there, you don't see it. But if Inglebert, you were focusing on it, will you roll your perception for me, please?
Yeah. 18.
Damn. Okay.
But I switched dices.
You looked, and then you like at where Raydal was running off to, and then you like look back at this creature, and it's definitely moved significantly closer, but also is like from that noise, like it's like stealthy approach. It's still stealthy, but it's just like, you know how like when a cat then starts to like move a little bit faster, It's just like it is now like ears are peaked, and it is moving towards where the noise is coming from. Raydal and Brendel. Can you roll your shadow lore or survival for me? Whichever one has a higher.
Me?
Yes, sorry. Inglebert.
Roll what? Sorry.
Either shadow lore or survival.
How do I know which one's higher?
So look at your wisdom or look at your intellect. So intelligence. So whichever one's higher. So for example, my wisdom is higher than my intelligence. God, I hate saying that out loud.
They're the same.
And just go ahead and roll.
17.
Nice.
Dice is on fire.
Dude. I'm using a die. I just switched to a dice I've never used before, so hopefully I get on that same track.
Some bloody dice.
As you see the moonlight illuminates this creature just for the briefest of seconds, but as you do so, it seems to be a large wolf-like creature, right? This is a large, don't think like a regular sized wolf, think like dire wolf from Game of Thrones. This thing is large, it's scarred, it has like a black fur, and it is just like moving towards now where this noise is coming from.
Is there anything around me I can use to distract said creature?
Potentially. What exactly?
I don't know, like a rock or just something I can throw.
Yeah, there's
to make
definitely
some
rocks.
distance
There's
on.
pails. There's things here that if you're trying to throw something, yes, you could throw it.
So I want to attempt to throw something towards the garden area. Actually, I don't know if that's smart.
No, I don't want to talk, but
I want to throw it
it's hard not for me to want to like interject. Like,
to the
I'm trying
left of me, like where he originally came from.
Out here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you just want to chuck this thing like a
Yeah,
giant
just-
rock or a pail or something.
Yeah, trying to distract him.
Okay. Can you roll your dexterity for me, please?
Yes. 6.
You're like grabbing for something in the hay. You wrap your hand around a rock. And as you go to throw it, it just clanks off the fence right here and hits the ground. So you were trying to make it like out here. You just basically rang the dinner bell inside the pen.
Lovely.
Cut back to Raydal and Brendel. You've got Raydal, you have Brendel secured, but you're sensing that the people behind you just shot an arrow.
Yeah, can you guys pick a fucking spot?
So what I want to do is turn around so my back is towards the barn structure, and then I want to start backing up with Brendel in front of me. So if there's any shots, he would take said shots. While doing this, or in this whole action, I want to once again, I have the spear on his person.
Yep.
I want to just go down and I want to slice the back of Brendel's, like the back of his kneecap. I want to slice the back of his leg so it would prevent him from walking.
Just mutilating this guy.
I'm trying. I'm trying, dude.
Sacrifice him to the beast.
Will you
Shouldn't have stole my shit.
yeah. I don't think I need you to roll. You have him yeah, actually just roll him as long as
Dwarven anger outlives even elven memory. And we don't forget. Alright.
Just don't
I got a 10.
Okay, that's fine. long as you didn't get a 1 and drop the spear or something. As you go to slice the back of his knee, like the joint, right?
Yeah.
So he just lets out like a scream. That just, even though there was some noise, this is clearly just breaks any idea of what was happening was quiet or stealthful, just as it just pierces the night, right? As you, oh my god!
This would be helpful.
And I'm gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
You know, while that's happening, looks like you're not getting off early.
Time off request denied.
Oh damn, that's a good one. Oh damn, that's a good one.
All right.
It was
well,
a request.
I need Dalton to roll his initiative for me.
This is getting bloody quick.
Whammy. This might be a quick Lord of the Rings.
8.
No, it's not. It's gonna go for 3-year campaign. It's only a year of actually playing, which equates to 30 weeks in our book.
Okay. Now that I have the initiative order, Randy, you can do another action. It's your turn.
So I mean, at this point, Brendo must drop to like one drop, fall on the ground.
If you let go of him, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna let go of him. I'm gonna back. Where am I standing in accordance to the stone wall right now?
You're about out here.
Okay. All right. So what I want to do is, so if I'm like just right next to the wall at this point, I want to kick Brendel's good leg, force him to the ground, force him to fall. I mean, he was probably shrieking at this point, and then I wanted to just do like a barrel roll back into the stable area.
Well, yeah. There's actually considerable distance between.
Okay. All right.
So
So because I'm just saying, I'm looking where your little pen was. Okay. That.
Got it.
Let's redo it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back up with Brendel as far as I can up into the edge of the stone wall.
Okay, so you're gonna take your turn to like slowly start walking back.
Yeah, but I'm walking him back. Like my back is
With
towards
you,
the
yeah.
fixture because I'm still getting shot by arrows.
All right, cool. That is your turn, Inglebert. So you're about halfway. You're halfway to the wall.
Gotcha.
You're about here. Inglebert, what would you like to do?
So did the beast ever? What's the beast doing?
Do you want to poke your head out and look? Go ahead and roll your perception. You don't have to poke your head out. You can just try and take a look.
Or you can just see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I want to try to see what is happening.
Do your
With
perception
everything.
for me, please.
This family's sleeping through everything.
Oh, or maybe they just don't want to come out.
Yeah, that's also a good point.
I got a 2.
All right, it's really hard to see now. You threw the bucket. Here now, like wherever the creature is, you can't see it beyond the wall. The wall is blocking your sight, so you don't know how well your throwing of the bucket or
Like,
rock.
I have nowhere to hide if I come out.
Mm-hmm.
Do I even have a weapon?
You can't kill something by hiding. Gotta come out regardless.
I am a hobbit.
Or you're a Harfoot. A Harfoot puppy cried fella. We can
Are you
get
able
here,
to
all of
zoom
us.
in on the?
I can.
We wait with you.
Can you see
Are
that?
Yeah, there's pigs out there, right?
Well, no, they put the pigs away. There's one animal.
Oh, damn.
There is one. There is one.
So I'm trying to get too literal. I want to. I know this is a risk. I want to attempt to jump out and quickly scurry, go down to the other side of the built house, like right there, and hide on that side.
Okay. Roll your stealth for me, please.
Ooh, 20.
Nice.
Ooh. You just become
Fucking ninja.
1. Yeah.
2020.
Oh, it's a nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so nat 20s is like instant success. So you just like become 1 with the wall and like blend your way in, like super hobbity stealth burglar.
Can I imagine like it's Kronk whenever he's pretending like, or he thinks he's invisible?
Yes.
He's like against the wall.
Yes. Perfect, but it actually works this time. And you make it to.
Anyways,
Yep. Yeah, so you're right over here.
cool.
All
Do I
right.
get more action?
That was your movement action. You could do one more thing, yes, if you want.
Nah, it's alright. Am I able to? Can I see things now?
You
Like,
can
am I
see
able to see what's going on?
Dalton. I'm sorry. You can see Raydal and Brendel are slowly making their way here. Can you do your perception one more time?
Yeah. 7.
You cannot
coming
see
clutch.
whatever danger is coming from the forest, and you still cannot see the large creature.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay. With that, then, Brendel is gonna roll to try and break out of the lock that you have on him, Raydal. Granted, you've cut. He's severely injured, so this will be hard for him.
It's almost like, look, Ma, no hands.
Can you roll your strength for me, please?
Sure. 14.
Okay. Just let me go. He's just making noise and like struggling, but you're just got like a firm, fat grip on him.
Mm-hmm.
However, another arrow comes in from the forest line, and it just kind of hits in the ground next to you.
Okay. I don't like that. Is it my turn?
No.
No. It's the monster's turn. I don't want the monster to have turns until I'm perfectly positioned.
Randall, what is your? Did we go over armor class?
Uh,
What is your AC?
I didn't go over armor class yet.
Okay, this is gonna be really important because that's basically the number I need to hit you. So let me do this. Here. And you are a wanderer, correct?
yes, sir.
6. What kind of armor?
Large
Do you
action
know?
through
Do you know how
touchdown.
much armor or what armor you're wearing?
I mean, the type of armor I'm wearing,
Mm-hmm.
or like that we discussed in the beginning of the game, because I could.
Yeah, no. Your starting equipment. Did we go over that?
Dagger, lamp, axe.
Okay. Well, then we're gonna do this. I want to do this right because I
Yeah.
don't want this to end too quickly. I'm gonna write down what I got just so I don't forget.
Yeah.
At this point, Raydal, as you're backing up, transfixed on the force line and maintaining grasp of Rundle, these incoming arrows, you just hear this come from behind you, and you get the eerie sensation that whatever it is that is behind you has just leapt. So now, like, has jumped towards you. So now we're gonna freeze this. It'd be Inglebert is hiding next to the forest. You got bandits that are coming. I'm sorry, next to the farmhouse. We got bandits that are coming in through the forest. Raydal, you're trying to make your way back to the wall, to the defensive line. However, something has just leapt at you. And with that, we'll have to find out what happens next time.
So they're leaping. The thing was leaping at.
It's
Raydal?
attacking Randall. Yeah.
Raydal.
Sucks.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna figure out your AC, and we're gonna figure out what armor everyone's wearing, so that when we go into this, we can do.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, Aragorn could survive a warg attack. Oh man, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Well.
Only if I was
Mm.
closer to the stone wall.
Hey, it's all right. I mean, look how many zombie attacks you survived before. That I got you
But I
into.
was like, man, those rolls were
You know.
terrible.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if yeah.
Buy new dice.
I don't know. Like these dice aren't doing it. Like I got like one good roll out of.
Oh,
I got,
they're doing you dirty.
They are right now. They're tricking me. Like, here's a good one. I was gonna give you 5 bad rolls. Okay.
Good one.
Stuff to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I don't think you're gonna die. That's fine. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, the fact that it's already my tendencies have already inflicted pain on flesh. Like it just happened a lot quicker than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I imagined when I watched the first episode of the Lord of the Rings or the Ring of Power, excuse me. Her farm, the chick, I don't remember names. You know what I'm talking about, the
Yes.
chick
Yeah.
farm.
Yeah.
I was like imagining
Bronwyn.
her. I was thinking that her farm was like the one we're at now.
Yeah. 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 That's good. And I don't think you're at a point yet. There's a warg that shows up eventually. So there's like a wolf creature, but this is different. It's not a warg. It's like
the warg that they have in episode 3. That thing was pretty fucking mean.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
They really just don't hold back with that, which I really liked. It was like, oh, the wargs are doing what Peter Jackson wanted them to do.
Yeah.
Things.
It's a different type. It's almost like a hyena.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good. It's really good. Very. I like that fight scene too at the end. Like when they're doing the chains. That was cool.
Yeah.
Talk some analytics, but during the mess. Yeah,
we can talk. Hey, yeah. We can talk some.
Wait, what are we eating today?
Yeah, let's
actually
I know it seems weird that we're ending it on a cliffhanger that Randy might die. But let's not end the episode on an abrupt ending. Let's talk about what we're gonna do for lunch.
I'm going to this fitness expo at Sally's Tomatoes, just down the street.
Oh yeah.
So and they have barbecue there, so I was gonna eat there.
Do they really?
Nice. Yeah, it's like $15 a ticket, but I figure my buddy Ray's going because he helps works part-time at Orange Theory Fitness or whatever. So they'll probably have a booth. I've never been to it's just a local fitness expo. I just want to see what it's like. I'll bring some business cards, hand them
I
out.
was gonna say you have cards,
It's literally down the street in M section. Like I don't know, like someone
like
that was
old
a fitness
tech building.
Yeah. And it's funny, I was explaining to Tanya, I'm like, yeah, it used to be Hewlett Packard back in the day.
Yeah.
And like after 9/11, for whatever reason, they took off and left, and that place was empty for years.
That used to be where I work.
I'm like, Bert used to work there.
That.
Sally's Tomatoes got in, like all these places just kind of just jumped in here just to like garner some money because that's a massive property. And it's a campus. That's what it is.
It's a campus. Yeah.
And I told Tony, I'm like, I've always dreamed of owning that place just because like you could literally have like your own house there and probably nobody would know it just because it's so big. But they're remodeling it everywhere. Like I think they're putting in a bigger parking lot or whatnot. I mean, there's a fucking full-size soccer field over there. I mean, it's just the place is cool. So that's where we're going today. Down the street.
So like if you pay the ticket, you get barbecue for free? Or can you just go get barbecue?
I'm not
sure. Go to Sally's Tomatoes and just eat.
I'm pretty sure you can just go to Sally's Tomatoes, go get some food. I don't know if Sally's Tomatoes it's at Sally's Tomatoes. It's near Sally's Tomatoes, but I don't know, but I would assume it's you go to Sally's Tomatoes without a ticket and buy stuff. I'm assuming you're probably just gonna walk into like some auditorium and just walk around. I plan on being there probably like an hour, maybe two, and then coming home watching football.
Football. Carson Wentz better produce.
Yeah, but like I was saying, Lamar Jackson already threw a touchdown. So
Yeah. Dalton, what are you eating?
Honestly, I don't know. Sarah's asleep. She didn't sleep last night, and we have to work tonight. So I don't know.
Sucks.
I don't
I'm gonna do
know.
Korean style beef ribs and rice.
Say no more.
nice.
You had me at Korean.
Waddle not having.
Yeah.
There's Bert. Next time you come down, there's this really good barbecue place we should all try to go to in Sebastopol.
I'm down.
And there's like,
What's the?
Is
what's
it is it the what's it called?
I
I think I've had it before. It's really good.
it's right near like all those breweries and stuff.
Yeah. They're closed on Mondays.
Are they?
If it's the place.
there's a few barbecue spots in Sebastopol. Ones are on the way.
like sweet ribs or something like that.
I'm not sure. I mean,
Smokehouse barbecue.
for
Smokehouse
me,
barbecue.
to be completely honest, I rarely would travel for barbecue. Very fucking rare. Very rare.
But this place was
Rather
good.
yeah.
I'm very picky on barbecue because I think a lot of times it doesn't taste good when other people do it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
But this place was actually really good.
You know, what's your guys' favorite barbecue dish? Ribs. That's mine.
Like side dish or main dish?
Brisket.
Main dish. Sorry. Like I don't know. There's ribs. Give me some baby backs on there. Give me some ribs as long as they're cooked, juicy enough. And I really like dry rib. I don't need sauce. Give me some dry rib.
See, that's hard for me because I really, really do like ribs. A good saucy, moist rib.
Depending on
But
the
also,
sauce.
if a good chicken is cooked properly and good with crispy skin,
All right, I'm gonna give you that. Like
Nice.
I'm not the best at cooking chicken or barbecuing chicken. It kind of like it takes time for me to kind of understand how to barbecue chicken properly. I know that sounds dumb,
no, I
but
mean,
it's like because I don't want to overcook it, or the skin could definitely catch the grill like on fire.
Yeah.
because there's still that oil. So it's like you gotta have to monitor. Like chicken, it could be very easy to cook, but you really have to monitor it.
you want a tip?
I
Do you oil the chicken
the
before
tip.
you put it on?
I don't.
Okay, good.
Because
I was gonna say-
I did that before. Trust me, I've done that before, and next thing you know, I feel like I'm gonna burn the house down.
Oil the grate. So like
Okay.
the thing,
Yeah, okay.
heavily oil that, and then just let the chicken cook. And
What
once
oil
it's
are
like
you using
ready,
on it, like anything.
olive oil. Yeah.
Okay.
Once it's ready to release, it will. But obviously you don't have like mountains of coals underneath it, or it's for sure gonna.
No, mine's
burn.
propane.
Oh,
Yeah, that's because it's just easier. Convenience. I like coal though, but it's just the propane was just easier for me.
fair enough.
Dalton?
Oh,
But-
Derrick Henry got a touchdown. Cool. Oh,
Sure.
Jalen Hurst threw a 45-yard pass to Devonta Smith. Cool.
JARdon the mess.
JARdon the man.
Wait, Bert, Bert, you already said what you're eating.
Yeah. And you were saying that you don't know, so it's okay. And then
Huzzah!
Huzzah!